Hello, my friend. Take a moment. Just breathe. Feel the air coming in and going out. Feel your body here, right now. You are safe, you are calm, and you are ready for a new story. Maybe you are sitting in your favorite chair. Maybe you are lying in bed. Maybe you have a warm cup of tea beside you. The world outside can wait. Right now, this time is yours. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever made a small mistake and then thought about it for hours? Maybe you said something wrong to a friend. Maybe you forgot to call your mother. Maybe you made a mistake at work. It was small. Nobody was angry. Nobody said anything. But inside your head, a voice would not stop talking. You are a bad person. Why did you say that? Everyone thinks you are terrible. Have you ever felt this way? Like deep down, you are not a good person? Like one day, everyone will find out the truth about you? If you have felt this way, you are not alone. Many people feel this. They look at themselves and see only the bad parts. They forget the good things they do. They think they are not good enough, not kind enough, not moral enough. Why does this happen? Why do we secretly feel like bad people? Today, we are going on a journey. A gentle journey inside your mind. We are going to meet the voice that judges you. We are going to understand where it comes from. And we are going to learn how to make it quieter. So sit back, relax, and keep that warm cup close. This is the story of why you secretly feel like a bad person. Our story begins a long time ago, long before you were born, long before your parents were born. Thousands of years ago, humans lived in small groups. They lived together in tribes. They hunted together. They ate together. They slept together. In those times, being part of the group was everything. If the group pushed you out, you would die. Alone in the wilderness, with no friends, no protection, no food, death came quickly. So our ancestors learned something important. Fit in or die. They watched what others did. They tried to be good members of the group. They shared food. They helped others. They followed the rules. And most importantly, they watched themselves. They checked their own behavior. They asked, "Am I doing the right thing? Does the group still want me here?" This voice inside their heads, the one that watched and judged, kept them alive. Today, we still have that voice. Scientists call it our conscience. Some people call it our inner voice. It watches everything we do. It judges everything we say. And it is very, very good at finding our mistakes. Let me tell you about a woman named Emma. Emma was a good person. She helped her friends. She worked hard. She loved her family. One day, Emma was walking in the park. She saw an old woman carrying heavy bags. Emma thought, I should help her, but she was in a hurry. She had a meeting. She kept walking. That night, Emma could not sleep. She kept thinking about the old woman. She thought, I am a bad person. I did not help her. What kind of person walks past someone who needs help? The next day, Emma told her friend about this. Her friend said, Emma, you were in a hurry. You had a meeting. It was one small moment. You are not a bad person. But Emma could not stop thinking about it. The voice in her head kept saying, bad person, bad person, bad person. Why did Emma feel this way? Because her inner voice was doing its job. It was watching her. It found a mistake, a small mistake, and it made her feel bad. In the old days, feeling bad would make her try harder to be good. The group would keep her. She would survive. But today, Emma did not need to survive. She was safe. The voice was not helping. It was just making her unhappy. There is another reason we feel like bad people. It is called the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is when we think everyone is watching us. We think people notice our mistakes. We think they judge us. But here is the truth. Most people are not watching. They are too busy thinking about themselves. Imagine you are in a room with 10 people. You say something stupid. You feel terrible. You think, everyone heard that. Everyone thinks I am an idiot. But the next day, you ask one of the people. You say, do you remember what I said yesterday? They say, what? No, I do not remember. They did not notice. Or they forgot. Because they were thinking about their own lives, their own problems, their own mistakes. But your inner voice does not know this. It thinks everyone is watching. It thinks every mistake is public, so it makes you feel like a bad person, even when nobody else noticed. Let me tell you about a man named David. David worked in an office. One day, he made a small mistake on a report. It was not a big mistake. Nobody said anything. The report was still fine. But David could not stop thinking about it. He thought, everyone will see my mistake. They will think I am stupid. They will know I am not good at my job. For 3 days, David felt terrible. He could not sleep. He could not eat. He avoided his coworkers. Then, his boss called him into a meeting. David's heart was beating fast. He thought, this is it. They are going to fire me. But his boss said, David, great job on the report. Thank you for your hard work. The boss did not even see the mistake. Nobody saw it. Only David. David spent 3 days feeling like a bad person for nothing. There is another reason we feel like bad people. It is called moral perfectionism. Moral perfectionism is when we think we must be perfect. We must never make mistakes. We must always be kind, always be good, always do the right thing. But humans are not perfect. We make mistakes. We say the wrong thing. We forget things. We get tired and grumpy. We choose the easy way instead of the right way. This is normal. This is human. But if you are a moral perfectionist, you do not accept this. Every small mistake feels like a huge failure. You tell yourself, a good person would not have done that, so I must be bad. Let me tell you about a girl named Maria. Maria was 12 years old. One day at school, she saw another girl sitting alone at lunch. The girl looked sad. Maria thought, I should go sit with her. But Maria was shy. She was scared. She did not go. That night, Maria cried. She thought, I am a bad person. That girl was sad, and I did not help her. Maria forgot about all the kind things she did. She forgot about the time she helped her friend with homework. She forgot about the time she gave her lunch to a hungry boy. She only saw her one mistake. This is what moral perfectionism does. It makes us forget the 99 good things we did and focus on the one thing we did wrong. So what can we do? How do we stop feeling like a bad person? The answer is not easy. But there are small things we can try. First, notice the voice. When you hear that voice saying you are bad, just notice it. Say to yourself, oh, there is that voice again. It is trying to protect me. It wants me to be good. Thank you, voice, but I am okay. Do not fight the voice. Just notice it, like you notice a cloud passing in the sky. Second, ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? Imagine your best friend made the same mistake. What would you say to them? Would you say, you are a bad person? No. You would say, it is okay. Everyone makes mistakes. You are still a good person. Why not say the same thing to yourself? Third, look at the whole picture. When you feel bad about one mistake, stop and think. What are all the good things I did today? Did I help someone? Did I smile at a stranger? Did I do my work? Did I try my best? Write them down if you need to. Look at the whole picture, not just the one small mistake. Fourth, remember that good people worry about being bad. Here is a strange truth. Bad people do not worry about being bad. They do not think about their mistakes. They do not care if they hurt others. The fact that you worry, that you feel bad when you do something wrong, this shows that you are a good person. Good people have consciences. Bad people do not. So when you feel like a bad person, remember, the very fact that you feel this way proves you are not. Let me tell you about a man named James. James was a teacher. He loved his students. He worked hard. He always tried to be kind. One day, a student came to him with a problem. James was very busy. He said, "Can we talk later?" The student said yes and left, but later never came. James forgot. The next week, James heard that the student was having a difficult time at home. James felt terrible. He thought, I am a bad teacher. I did not help her when she needed me. I failed. For days, James could not stop thinking about this. He felt like a failure. Then, he remembered something. He remembered all the times he did help. The extra time after class, the encouraging words, the small moments of kindness. He was not perfect. He made a mistake, but he was not a bad person. James went to the student. He said, I am sorry I did not have time to talk last week. I want to listen now. How are you? The student smiled. She talked. James listened. And they both felt better. James learned something that day. Mistakes happen, but you can always try again. One mistake does not make you bad. It just makes you human. When you learn English, you might feel like a bad person sometimes. Maybe you make a mistake when you speak. Someone looks at you strangely. You feel embarrassed. You think, I am so stupid. I cannot even speak right. But this is the same voice, the same inner critic, the same old protection system. It is not telling the truth. Making a mistake in English does not make you bad. It makes you a learner. Every person who speaks English made thousands of mistakes before they got good. Thousands. The only way to learn is to make mistakes, to say the wrong thing, to forget words, to sound strange. This is not bad. This is brave. You are trying something hard. You are putting yourself out there. You are learning a new way to connect with the world. That is not something a bad person does. That is something a brave, strong, beautiful person does. So here is what we learned today. Feeling like a bad person is normal. It comes from an old part of your brain, a part that wants to keep you safe in the group. But sometimes this voice lies. It makes small mistakes feel huge. It makes you forget all the good you do. When you hear that voice, remember, notice it, but do not believe everything it says. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Look at the whole picture, not just the one mistake. And remember, good people worry about being good. Bad people do not care. The fact that you worry, that you feel bad when you do wrong, this proves that you have a heart, a good heart. So tonight, when you lie in bed and that voice starts talking, take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart, and say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I am okay. I am human. I make mistakes, and I am still a good person. Because you are. You really are. Thank you for listening to this story today. I hope it helped you understand yourself a little better. I hope it helps you with your English learning too. If you like this story, please give it a like. It helps more people find our channel. If you want to hear more stories like this about the mind, about feelings, about what makes us human, please subscribe. Your support helps us create more content for your English journey. And if you have ideas for other stories, please leave a comment below. I would love to know what you want to learn next. Until next time, my friend, keep learning, keep growing, and be kind to yourself. You are doing better than you think. See you soon.